Got a great business idea? Give it a domain name from GoDaddy. Every order comes with our effortless AI experience, GoDaddy Arrow, which will generate a logo,
Oh, ads. Oh my God. What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades here, and welcome back to the channel. Bitcoin 120K or 100K, which one comes first? That is the question that we're here to answer today. But also, we need to make some announcement about the course launch. You guys, you have 40% off from the wait list, so don't miss out because it will be limited. Okay, now, before we get rolling, you guys know what to do. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and hit the small bell notification so you never miss a live breakdown. Good morning. Yeah, that was a little bit of an ad running in the background because I had the stream on. I don't know if you guys heard it. But anyway, we're gonna jump straight into it. All right, we're gonna jump straight into it. You guys make sure to restart the chat box. So yeah, we had the market rallying pretty nicely yesterday. The TradFi. Good morning, Maro. I love it when you guys have good vibes with me today. Let's have a look. Is the music loud enough? Should we make it a little bit louder? Yeah, it's a good week for me because I'm back working out, you guys. Which made me late this morning because I need to sleep more when I'm working out for some reason. But anyway, so moving straight into it, the TradFi was all right yesterday, which is pretty crazy. The Dow rallied 550 points. That's the Dow Jones Industrial Average. That's a huge jump. And not only that, the S&P 500 was up over 1%, 1.1%. Nasdaq Composite as well climbed even more, like almost 1.5% yesterday. So the markets are pretty much approaching all-time highs right now. So investors are asking, are we on the cusp of another breakout, or are we walking into a trap right now? That's the question, because all of the indices are moving together, but it might not be a trap, you guys. The reason for that is because we had breadth. You know how we always speak about breadth in the market. It's very important because this time not only we had like one sector, we had most of the sectors in the green, and that is signaling health. So we have healthcare, energy, financials, technology. Everyone was in the green yesterday, right? And most importantly, the tech heavyweights yesterday, Apple Incorporations, they surged 4.6%, and that of course helped leading the Dow. And all of this because we have a very strong demand for the iPhone 17. I also want to get it, like it's not a lie, and I don't buy iPhones all the time, so I guess just everyone wants this new iPhone. But the thing is, right, it was very crazy at the same time because I think yesterday while we were live, this was all unfolding in front of our eyes. We had the Amazon Web Services outage. So that was a global outage that took down thousands of websites and apps. But interestingly enough, the broader market barely flinched, right? Barely flinched. So we had tech strongs, positive major indices, right? Because since the tech is a big part of them. So, you know, that outage was a massive red flag for the in terms of infrastructure risk, but there is the market kind of saw it as a one-off thing, not like a systematic broad breakdown. So the rally stayed intact, you guys. In short, there is some sort of infrastructure risk. It is there, it exists, but the sentiment is still bullish. Meanwhile, volatility was dropping. You guys know it was dropping super sharply. By the way, this is what happened to one of the banks yesterday on earnings, Zion. But let's look at the VIX actually. Hold on one second. Look at that drop, right? Like VIX is dropping massively. We can move this now. We know that this is danger zone below 20. But like when the VIX is dropping to such an extent, it can signal complacency, especially when the market is at near all-time highs. It signals complacency, meaning that many investors at this point are not expecting any setback, right? So obviously, when we have lower volatility, that is going to mean that we have less buffer for bad news. If something unexpected happens right now, the reaction is going to be strong because we know that the VIX is dangerous below 20. So everything is looking good, and even though everything is looking good, we need to be keeping in mind the higher we climb, the further we can fall down. That's really a real talk. In terms of the rates, obviously almost 100%, almost 99% chance that we're gonna have the Fed rate cuts. The thing is, they're coming in 8 days from now, right? 8 days from now. So everyone is largely pricing for 25% basis points, and that's very important because if we have lower rates, we're gonna get cheaper borrowing, and it's going to be better for the growth stocks and the risk on sentiment in general, right? So if the Fed cuts and gives a hawkish tone, the rally can be like stalling as well. So we need to be also watching for the tone of the Fed. Let's say we also have another scenario. What if the Fed delays or signals no cut? That could definitely be a negative surprise for us. So think about it. In the market that's already near all-time highs, yet again, the Fed tone is becoming one of the most important key risk-reward pivots, right? So the earnings season is upon us, you guys, and the banks are a huge part of it. Right, so look what happened with Zions Barking Corporations. Now, this is a regional bank, right, and it came under the spotlight for bad loan exposure. So that means that if banks are surprising negatively, this is going to definitely unsettle the markets. So they need to be reporting clean numbers, right? If they report clean numbers, we're gonna get a validation of the rally. But if that doesn't happen, it could be very much scary for the overall sentiment. All right. In terms of the CPI, here the BLS is saying that they're going to publish it on the 24th of October. No other releases are scheduled due to the resumption of the regular government. No other releases will be rescheduled or produced until the resumption of the regular government services. So that report is going to be very important, and you guys remember that the CPI report is largely influenced by the oil prices, and the oil prices continue to be sliding, so that might be positive for the rates. Okay, very important. Hello Chris, hello everyone, how are you guys doing? So we're gonna jump straight into it and see what's happening here with Bitcoin. I think the music is fine, right? I think we're good on music. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Gogo, Yulia. Hi, everyone. All right, you guys. So Bitcoin. Yesterday was very nice. You guys know I try to stay away on Mondays, even though I took a trade yesterday, like late into the New York session for Sol, which it's not going great at the moment, but that's because I don't follow my own rules, right? I try to stay away on Monday and I didn't yesterday, but that's fine. We're going to look at it in a second. So Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin is at a very, very important zone right now. Very, very important key zone, right? This is not just a level that we're making up, you guys. Again, these are previous all-time high levels confirmed as support, and now we need to confirm them as support one more time. Very important. So the level that I'm particularly talking about is literally in between 107 108, right? If you can see it here on the chart, like this retest of the week is pretty much going to be the level that I'm trying to protect over here, or I want Bitcoin to protect, because yesterday was very nice that they confirmed it with these three bullish candles. You have a nice reversal candle over here, printed Japanese candlestick, and then you had a continuation of that. So that was very good, right, for since Saturday. But come Monday, right? Come Monday, we reached into an area of resistance, almost touched the daily SR flip, but not really. And then we completely reversed, right? At the same time, Ethereum was at a very major resistance as well. You know how the levels need to be matching across the majors, especially. So that was the level. We didn't really touch 112K, but then we completely rejected. And then we had the true week open, from which we completely slided down, which was pretty much what we were hoping for yesterday, right? We want a true week open to open week, so then we can start looking for buys on the day as well. On the day opening, same thing. We opened the day and we continue to drop exactly into the levels that I'm interested in reaccumulating Bitcoin, right? Because this is the area that I want for price to hold. Because honestly, you guys, if we manage to hold 107K, like around this area, if we manage to reverse right now, which technically it should be the case, right? It should be the case with the way we're opening the true week open, the way we're opening the true month, and the true day, it should be the case of a reversal right now today. So I'm leaning more bullish today, even though it looks very, very bad. I prefer to lean in that direction today. So I want to see this level hold. Now I'm going to tell you my invalidation. Hello, Fly Enhancer. My invalidation for that is going to be, honestly, if Bitcoin starts trading below 106 today with body closes, that to me is going to be a signal that we potentially are heading to the 100K region. Okay, that could be a very strong signal for that, because we're gonna lose the support, and then the next drop is like straight going to take us to 100K if we don't hold this level today. If we hold this level today, it could be very, very good, right? If we manage to hold 107, then I'll be honestly expecting for price to at least come and retest 115K, right? And then potentially even come up to 120K, where we're gonna have another sell wall developed over there. So it could be a very good area, you know, for a retrace at the very least. But yeah, so pretty much that's the plan for Bitcoin, you guys. Today I want to see price rejecting right now. It's going to be very nice if we have a wick into today and then we just continue up. So that's what I'm expecting for Bitcoin. Ethereum, right? Ethereum yesterday on Discord. By the way, you guys, make sure to like this video. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not on Discord, make sure to join Discord, because we have traders every day, me giving my daily updates, and then also discussing what happens with price all the time. So yesterday, as soon as Ethereum started trading into the resistance, we updated that it's a good take profit area. Actually, we were live together, but make sure to join Discord. You can find the link down below, and also make sure to check the course. You guys were begging me for this course, right? The course, hold on. The trading course is released. You guys wanted the trading course. The trading course is here, so make sure to get it. The link is in the description box. The first link, you have 40% off, and this 40% is only if you are part of the waiting list, right? And if you're not part of the waiting list, you still have a chance to go and register, and that's going to be just for 1 month from now. After that, the price is going to be $350 complete. Now you can get it for $210 approximately. All right, so make sure to do that and come on Discord, you guys. That's very important, because that's where the magic happens. All right, and if you want to claim your VIP role, it's very simple on how you can do that. You can find all the instructions on Discord for that as well. So Ethereum level, right? Ethereum level yesterday, very real level, weekly support. This was the wicks, previous all-time highs that have proven to be massive resistance. You can see it here, you can see it here, you can see it here. And we've held these levels before, right? We held this level really nicely around 20th of August, where we made a really nice high. And the thing is, yesterday we retested that level and we failed. Like, look at this massive doji candle with huge wicks. We failed miserably. at that level. So again, it's pretty much the same thing with Bitcoin. The area that needs to hold is pretty much in between the wick retest and the V-shaped retest down here. So that is the area that I'm willing to say, okay, fine, if you want to retest, you can retest, but you need to hold it, because if we start losing levels, for ETH, I'm a little bit more willing, right? I'm a little bit more willing to hold around 3,600. But if we start losing that, then for me, that would potentially mean that we can drop down and even retest lower levels, right? On a higher time frame, it's going to be with a wick. That's absolutely given. For Ethereum, it's going to be a wick. Pretty much convinced, you guys. The reason for that is because the weekly order block down here before the new high is this one, right? This whole block over here, it starts at around 3,500 and it ends at around 3,800. So like we've been discussing for the past month or even more. Hello Zulu, and hello Claudians as well. Welcome to everyone new. I'm glad you guys are chatting in the chat box. But like we discussed, this is pretty much the threshold that we don't want to see weekly closes below, right? So you don't want to see weekly closes below 3,500. It is absolutely fine to retest that area, but if we start seeing weekly closes down here, it's going to get nasty, right? That is pretty much going to mean that there is a clear road. If that happens, it's going to be a clear road retesting back levels of support at around 2,900, at around $3,000 mark for Ethereum. So that for me is a very dangerous zone, and I don't want to play that game right now, especially into Q4, which is supposed to be the one for us. All right. So yeah, very important that we hold the levels that we set today. Hopefully we're gonna snap back from this retest and continue up. But the thing about ETH is, right, it can stall so bad, and the alts can stall so bad. We've seen it happening, and it can continue to be the case, right? It really can continue to be the case. Solana. So yesterday I was hoping on a lower time frame. I caught along on a lower time frame. I should have kept it on a lower time frame, but instead I decided to go to bed and hold that long, which was the wrong move because it was a low time frame entry. So it should have stayed a low time frame entry, right? Longer term, Solana is one of the charts that is just showing us. Oops, sorry, we have a patient. Hold on one second, because we have a little patient here. Okay, that's fine. This little one had a surgery, you guys, so I'm trying to be very careful with her. Let me know if you like her suit as well. Yes. So, you know, when you open the 4-hour time frame on Solana, price is telling me that it could potentially drop even further down, right? It could potentially drop. We have liquidity formulated. Hold on. You have to wait. I think she just wants to be in my arms, but that's not going to happen. Okay. All right, just sit on the PC. Yeah, that's a good spot for you. Yeah. So yeah, 4-hour time frame honestly does not look good in terms of liquidation. We have one down here which could potentially be retested, so we need to be trading very, very carefully. And so yeah, I want to give her a cuddle. I want to, but yeah, I don't want to touch her too much. I don't like her jumping too much as well, and she hates the suit right now, so she's just very jittery. But yeah, so for alts, I'm gonna need a major confirmation to get into some swing positions, because overall it doesn't look good, right? Overall it doesn't look good. We're trying to protect the levels. but it's not, for now it's not looking good, right? It's not looking good, so I'm not convinced to take any longs on Solana, any longs on alts whatsoever at all at the moment, to be fair, right? Unless it's a scalp, which should have been yesterday's cause. A scalp would have done really, really well, but then if you want to hold, you're pretty much risking a lot over here. Because honestly, like, to me, a retest of like 173, a retest of like 162 is way more likely than not on Solana particularly. Okay. Actually, I've been trying to stay away from alts, to be fair. But we can look at op. Completely failed our previous scenario from like before. It's just, it looks very bad, right? It's one of the charts that created a lower low, so you don't have any confirmation that this is a low, and you won't have a confirmation for a while. Stop it. She's trying to bite my lights. We don't have a confirmation for anything right now, so for me, you know, this could really go and create another low, right? So you just have to wait. The only thing you can do is like hope for price to close above 0. Okay, can you stop? Don't go on my keyboard. All right, she wants to see Velo. Well, you guys, what a disaster. Okay, so the only thing you can hope for is for price to close above this level, right? 0.7157. You want body closes above that level to confirm that this is a low. Until that happens, you don't have any confirmation. Yeah, we spoke about XRP yesterday. We can touch on it today. She wants a kitty coin. Yeah, I know. We touched on XRP, you guys. Again, until we see some confirmation that this is a bottom down here, it's not a bottom for me, and price could really drop down, right? At least retest $2, at the very least $2 retest. I think it's on the table for XRP, right? And then we have another daily level down here. I don't want to miss it as well, so let's mark it. 1.77. I think that would be really good. And in a case of complete liquidation, again, you're honestly looking to retest the 0.236 at around $1.1. So, but that's just in case if S hits the fan, if you know what I mean. But yeah, for now, at least unless we reclaim $3 or like $2.9, $2.89, I'm not in it. Mr. Vane is convinced that the bear market has started. I mean, it looks quite terrible. I'm not convinced that the bear market is here whatsoever, but we do have some very strong proof that there is a lot of weakness coming on the way. For BNB, to be honest with you, like $1,000 retest would be very nice. Let's have a look on a lower time frame if we're getting any levels. Yeah, I think $1,000 retest would be very nice for BNB around this level. Yeah, so BNB, I'd be looking at $1,000 retest, to be fair. Around this level, retest of that, hopefully it holds. If it doesn't, honestly, you guys, then you're probably looking even below that. It is more of extreme volatility rather than bear market, I guess. I mean, it is. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it just looks horrible. It looks like doomsday at the moment. Do you think ETF approvals will help these struggling top 10 coins, or are we just waiting for the US government to open and we will know more? To be honest with you, I think the ETFs are definitely going to help some coins. So that's why I prefer to look at the ones that are potentials for ETFs. I think anything else is way too risky, in my opinion. Binance coins have been doing quite well, so I think the focus on that is not bad. I don't think it's bad to focus on that. But yeah. BNB, honestly, I think would be great for another buy at around $1,000 mark. I think that's when I could accumulate on potential lower leverage for BNB. But that's it, because honestly, like if I look at the 12-hour, if I look at freaking the daily time frame, it looks bad. Weekly time frame, however, it doesn't look bad, right? Weekly time frame tells me that we can even drop down retests, but as long as we don't close a body below this area, so this is the threshold, right? On a weekly BNB, you have to look at it on the weekly. Like the coins that move a lot, the assets that move a lot, you have to start sort of analyzing them from a weekly time frame. Threshold for BNB, right? So let's look at it on the daily. This is pretty much what you're looking at. So you can wick that area. It's absolutely fine to wick the area, such as you did over here with that wick. As long as you close above 993.84 on a weekly time frame, you're good. You're good for another all-time high on BNB. Right? But if you start closing below 993.84, good morning, Wizard of Alt, that's when it's going to get pretty bad. Wiz took profits and is looking to rebuy when it gets to his zone. Yeah. So that's the thing. $1,000, maybe reaccumulation, lower leverage, or maybe spot. And then for the higher bets, again, even I'll be even wary on the leverage at around 993, because the area could be wicked, right? We could retest even this area around 936, between 910 936. So it's definitely not out of the picture. It's still possible. But yeah, weekly closes below 993.8 are definitely going to be bad, right? Weekly closes below that are pretty much going to signal me that, all right, cool, we might retest, but I'll be more inclined to look for shorts from then on. So then I can go on the, bear market sort of, idea. Maybe I can entertain it a little bit more. Have stacking some hype, quite bullish on the upgrades. Yeah, so Mr. Rain is bearish. Wizard of Alt, not necessarily, but see, hype right now, again, at a daily level, if it's very strong, hopefully it's going to hold it. Actually, it's not a bad level for reaccumulation, actually, and placing some bets. You could potentially do that. But see, even hype, like on a weekly, very bad closes on hype for a weekly. You haven't even retested down here this little inside block. So yeah, it's just, yeah, $35.7. I think if that holds today, that is potentially going to give me some green light. Hello everyone. Yeah, guys, make sure to like this video. I'm not sure how many likes we have, but make sure to do it. It really helps the algo. Let's have a look. 12 hourly level over here. Let's mark it just in case. $24.4. And then honestly, that's it. So pretty much like the way it looks to me right now is that if we don't hold the 35.7 level, you pretty much have a straight down trajectory over here, unless something happens, right? Unless something happens. But yeah, hype weekly, bad, honestly, not good. Let's pull some standard deviation on this, see what's up. Yeah, I mean, we did extend. You can say that we extended quite a bit with that drop, so it could be the bottom, honestly. BTC weekly, don't able to keep 120k support on monthly, not able to keep 116 as support. Please be objective. Sol lost 119 200 level and ETH lost 4,100. Yeah, I mean, you do have a point, Mr. Vane, you know, like I'm not saying that it's looking perfectly amazing, but you know, I mean, honestly, if you look at it, right, if you look at it, you have a space to drop and potentially still make the higher high, right? You could be protecting that. So structurally, we haven't lost, right? If you are losing local levels in a chart, right? If you're losing local levels, if you're focusing on a daily time frame and you're losing local levels, that doesn't necessarily mean that everything is going to hell, right? That's my stance on it. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I'm not getting mad at you. Mr. Rain's like, why are you getting mad at me on stream? I'm like, I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not 100% not getting mad. But yeah, looking objectively on Bitcoin, we know that there is a lot of levels, right? We have a level at 102,600 potential level for retest. Like, I'm not even convinced we're going to get to 100k because we do have a level to retest at 102.6. So that's one area of interest to me. The previous drop that we had here on 17th of October, Friday, was also in an area of interest to me, right? If you're part of the course, you would potentially know why I prefer this fair value gap above any others. So yeah, it is still retesting areas down here that are important to me. We're closing price on levels that are also important to me over the weekend. And now today we're potentially retesting them. So it's just a matter of the strength coming back. But yeah, my bias today is more bullish than bearish for sure. Right. And then until we start getting some body closes, because these wicks are not helping us, right? The wicks are just liquidating everyone, and it's a massive manipulation that's occurring right now in the market with these wicks. We need the body closes. The body closes are the ones that are going to give us the confirmation, in my opinion. All right. All right, cool. Let's look at Sui. Hold on one sec. Where's my Sui? Where's my Sui? The futures damage is so real, so real. See, like Sui, it looks horrible right now. The alts are just looking bad. Like I'm not even interested in trading them. To be honest, no strength, no confirmation of nothing. You're trying to hold a previous level that was very important, which is this one over here, right? You held this level at a very nice level of support. You made a high, you came into a sell zone, and then you just started selling from it. So, you know, it's been a great sell from the sell levels on SUI, right? It's been a great sell from the 0.786 range model theory. You guys know how that works. If you don't know, make sure to come and get the course, right? The course is out. I didn't want to do it because I didn't care, right? I didn't care, but you guys were begging me. So now the course is out. So go ahead and get it because I've worked so hard all weekend on it and before that as well. So yeah, make sure to get it. And also join Discord. If you haven't joined Discord, you guys, I highly recommend. The community is just brilliant, honestly. But yeah, SUI giving me no signs of strength. The only area of support that matters is down here. Let's mark it. Around this area, potential retests again, maybe within the daily block over here. So that level already was retested once. That's fine. Let's keep it. 2.28, right? With a potentiality to come down and retest 2.1. And if 2.1 doesn't hold, honestly, you're coming all the way down and retesting 1.5. Like, I don't see any sort of reason why it would not retest that level again. Maybe a dead cat bounce to 150k and then go below 100. Only bullish above 120 with body closes on a weekly. Yeah, that thesis I really like, to be fair. Because for the month, right, if we look at the month, honestly, if we look at the month, true month open could prove to be a rejection one more time. So that's around 115k, right? So it could be a case of us bouncing back to just trade until this level and then fail one more time, right? And then after that, we have November open. So November could be the month, right? October might not be the month at this point. But yeah, the thing that I can do is just really go day by day at the moment. ETH BTC, absolutely nothing burger, just trying to hold strong. Is honestly either just going to snap from here, retest 0.3832 and then fail, or break through it if we snap up from here. And if we lose that level again, we are pretty much bare until a retest of like 0.01 0.03188 down here. November will tell a lot. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, honestly, you guys, it's just a case of waiting. I swear, like, I'm not even looking at alts because it's just, I don't want to get caught into things that, you know, might fail. USDT dominance, we broke that range, so that range is we've invalidated it just like we expected. Hold on, let's remove it. So the thing about this is, right, if you look on a 12-hourly time frame, you do have the liquidity down here, so it's not all dead and done. So this low will be targeted eventually. So this already played out. You've already retested the wick once again. USDT dominance, right? You're potentially retesting what used to be you know, resistance now turned into support potentially. So yeah, this is not bad on a 4-hour time frame. So, you know, this liquidity formation over here, triangular liquidity formation, usually the signals that it's giving me is that, all right, we might continue up, but we might face rejection at around 5.0 5.25, right? Anywhere between this double top over here could be a rejection point, right? So 5.4 and like 5.25 could be a rejection point for me. But yeah, honestly, like very massive doom and gloom at the moment. Like I was honestly like thinking, should I even stream today? Like, is there any point in doing it? Like, you give the daily update on Discord, which I did, which is what I expect. Anything above that is just me blabbering. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. Welcome to all the new joiners. You guys, you're very welcome on our live streams. Again, make sure to like this video. Make sure to come on Discord. This is the link for the Discord. You can claim your VIP role on Discord. It's very simple to do that. The course is live as well. Make sure to go and grab it. Okay. Yeah, crypto sentiment is not the best, honestly. But in times like that, what you can do is just look at the TradFi, right? Look at the TradFi. Because TradFi is just so much nicer to trade, right? It's so much nicer. Oh, look at that gold yesterday. Yeah, gold is a very manipulative asset. So me and Dottie drew this range, and then price just wicked above it to then continue down. So that's now invalidated. So let's have a look if we can draw a range on gold for potential entries today. Yeah, so I think gold around 4,232 would be a good area for me today to focus on longs continuation. Yeah, so this is reconfirming right now. Let's mark some areas. I think this potentially down here. But yeah, honestly, you guys, if crypto is not trading the way you wanted it to trade, just look at TradFi, honestly. So silver is down at our area of interest right now that we drew yesterday. So silver potential buys, I think, would be good in this area right now. Potentially looking for a further drop down here, and then once this liquidity is cleared, so 48.4 is where I might start looking for longs on silver. When a market isn't moving right, trade an asset that does. I know, right? I know. So yeah, I think silver, gold today, probably TradFi is going to be the focus for me. Bitcoin, I'm already long, to be fair, and I've added to my position down here, because I'm long from like way down here. So yeah, this is just an add-on to me. I added like, I think 30% to my position. So yeah, I'm just hoping for a bounce today on that. Ethereum, same thing. I'm long from the areas from the week retest at around 3,700. I haven't added to my ETH just for safety purpose, honestly. Like, I just don't want to be like blasting all of my capital into crypto at the moment. So yeah, just focusing nicely on TradFi. I think silver will be good today. Gold for potential longs as well. Copper is not of my interest at all. Let's look at S&P 500. Yeah, so nearing all-time highs again. Double liquidity on the 4-hour. That's not good. That is definitely not good. So yeah, over here, I think for potential scalps, 6.7, 6.699, I think on US 500 for potential continuation down here. I think that'll be good. We'd take profits at around 6.765. So that's one asset that I'm going to be watching. Let's look at Rus. Oh, Rus is looking good. Rus is looking fine. The momentum is up for sure, and on Rus as well. So maybe re-entries around here. 2.49. I think that'll be nice. For Rus today. FTSE. FTSE has been like so nasty. Still bullish on a higher time frame though. Not interested. DAX. Oh, that was nice from the retest on a daily. So that's a potential continuation over here that we're looking at. DAX. $24K would be a nice area for me to reaccumulate here if it manages to drop down to that level. Prove as a reversal, that would be very nice. Interesting coins to trade now. Tau. Oh, by the way, Mr. Vane, what happened to Link? Right? What? Let's have a look at Link. Because I did put a limit order to buy spots on this. What did I do? Just a little bit below 17.5, I think. So I haven't been tagged. This drop went down to 17.68. That's annoying. But yeah, I'm still gonna wait for that. So here is my basically my reaccumulation area for Link. Still waiting on the good news. If that happens, happy days, right? But I'm not ready to trade this on leverage. Even though it doesn't look that bad on a 4-hour time frame, even leverage positions actually are a possibility from down here around 17, between 17, 7.5. It's actually not a bad bet, to be fair. Tau. Yeah, I mean, just like Solana, just like all the alts, looking absolutely nasty. But yeah, just for the sake of confirmation, right? Tau is at a level right now, just like everything else, just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum. So maybe you have a case for reaccumulation here, but very dangerous, right? You have liquidity at 340. So essentially, where are you going to put your stop loss? You also have a daily support at 387. And the liquidity down here is just horrible. Coming from a 0.5, like, can you literally choose a worse area to come from as price? Like, not really. But thinking about it, we've had so many times rejections at the 0.5 and then price held. So it's probably just one more case of those, right? You recover nicely. The retest over here is also pretty nice, to be fair. So, you know, definitely a very nice retest. So yeah, it just might be a case of either holding right now or just dropping down to 387, retesting, and then, you know, continuing. So yeah, it's just a very, very risky entry, in my opinion. So if I enter over here, like if I see a setup like that, it's so risky that I'm gonna put like very minimal amounts on leverage. So that is just, it takes my interest away a little bit. But yeah, it's just too risky. I just like to be more safe. But definitely an area to consider, right? 403, 403.25, 387.58 on Tau. Good areas for reaccumulation. All right. Zcash. 4 hourly. Yeah, so if this was another high, I'd be more happy, but it's not. Retesting 185.5. It's not only price action for Tau and Link, it's some catalysts. Yeah, like I understand what you said yesterday. There were some fundamentals that were taking place. So yeah, definitely interested in that. Zcash, yeah, you could say you are at an area right now as well. You could say that for sure. So yeah, again, highly risky right now. Extremely risky. They've made it so difficult for us. And then you have this area as well. $216. So yeah, I think anywhere reaccumulating around this area might be a play for Zcash actually. Anywhere between like 235 and 250. You might have a play, but again, like not sure. Look at the weekly liquidity. Nice entry at 245. Yeah, I mean, it could be, right? If you're looking at a lower time frame, you could potentially get an entry here, definitely. But again, you know, like I said, these triangular formations, they could be retested and rejected from, right? Anywhere in between the double tops, you pretty much could reject and fail. So, but yeah, let's see if we're gonna get some strength here. This inside bar is quite interesting, and it does matches with the rest of the market, which means that we might do something here, right? And if that fails, then I'm looking at 216 for Zcash. But these are, you're right, these are the ones that I want to be looking at. Tau, Link, Zcash, Say as well. Let's look at Say, hold on. Horrible. Absolutely horrid. So for Say, if we hold right now, it's going to be some sort of a miracle, in my opinion, that I'm not ready for. So I think 0.18 at the very least for a retest on Say. And if that fails, we're going back to straight back to 0.46, 0.47. All right. Gabby, will we have a chance to ask questions regarding the course? I started yesterday, but for each 1 minute I watch content, I have 2 questions on average. I bet you do. So again, you guys, for the course, the plan is the following, right? There is going to be created a specific group on Discord that is going to be entirely related to the range model theory framework course that I just released. So we're gonna have this group on Discord, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you a little bit of time now, so like a week, a couple of weeks from now, to just go through the material time after time after time, try and apply whatever you can on the charts, and then we're going to start Discord calls that are going to be we're going to hold them once a week. Okay, so these calls are going to be very important because I'm going to be answering all of your questions over there. But don't worry, we're going to have a specific group created on Discord for that. And if you're not on Discord, I'm going to record all of the calls that we have, and we're going to put them on WAP as well, so everyone can watch, just in case someone is not on Discord. But I think so far everyone that's on the course is on Discord as well. So we're gonna have a closed members group just for the RTM members, and that is where all of your questions are going to be answered. Okay. You guys, again, make sure to like this video. Please leave a comment, by the way, below the video. It really helps the algorithm. Very boring price action. I didn't want to be here, so you know, I bet half of the watchers don't want to be here as well because it's just so boring. But again, come on Discord if you haven't done that yet, and I'll see you guys there, and probably tomorrow. And if the price action is ridiculous, if we don't get a bounce today, I probably won't even stream tomorrow. Like, what's the point? Yeah, lovely to see you guys here. Good luck, and again, come on Discord if you haven't. You can claim your VIP role. It's free to do. So easy stuff. I'll see you guys around. Okay.